Well, good morning, everybody. My name's Aaron Zanke, and this is the kickoff video for the Top Spoon Nutrition Challenge. We've got a lot to talk about today. We're kicking off the challenge this Sunday, and everybody wants to know what they have to do to get started. So that's the goal of this video here. Let's figure all that out. First and foremost, I want to talk about home base. If you go to the website, CrossFitWingman.com, and then click on the members, and click on Nutrition Challenge in the drop-down. This is home base. It has links to everywhere you need to go in order to get the information at any given time during the challenge, or to participate in discussion during the challenge. So there's home base. Just go there if ever in doubt. Next, one of the things that you'll see is a handy-dandy checklist in all of our files. I put this checklist together to try and make everything really simple. That way you've got something to just kind of go, okay, did I hit this bullet, hit that bullet, hit this bullet, and go right down the line, and you know that you hit everything. So I'm going to take you through the checklist now. It starts with all of the important links. There's the Facebook group, the score sheet, access to any files that you might need, my email address, and my phone number. Please feel free to text me at any time. My phone doesn't ring or vibrate, so just send the text away, and if I'm busy, I'll get to it later. If not, I'll send you an answer. But my phone is always available. Just send me a text. Same thing with my email. If you prefer email communication, just send that over to me. Now, we're starting this Sunday, so before the challenge starts, there's a few things that you want to accomplish. You want to download the app Calorie Counter by Fat Secret, because they give you an option to send me all of your data for free. MyFitnessPal doesn't do that, and MyFitnessPal is chock full of a whole bunch of really bad data. So I prefer Fat Secret, and I know some people want to use Spark People. I'm totally cool with Spark People too. Now, you're also going to need a food scale. So if you already have one, definitely check the batteries, check the function, make sure it's working appropriately. If you don't have one, then you're going to want to go purchase a food scale. You can get them for 11 or 12 bucks off of Amazon, I think, and they'll do the job. But there's one by OXO, O-X-O, where the front actually pulls off. If you put a plate on there and then zero it out, you can pull the scale out and you can actually still see the weight on the measurement screen. So that's pretty cool. Just a nice little feature. So make sure that you've got your food scale, or if you don't have one already, that you order it. If you go and order it this weekend, it will be in before you need it. You're going to want to go to the Facebook group called Top Spoon Nutrition Challenge. This is where everybody kind of communicates, chatters back and forth, throw questions out. Quite often, somebody will text me a question, and I'll text back, please go ask that in the group. Or I'll head over to the group and say, this is the question that was just asked, and then I'll put the answer out there. Because a lot of questions, everybody else is thinking the same thing, or at least a lot of people are thinking the same thing, and they just haven't said it yet. So you say it, and then we have an answer, and now everybody kind of gets to share that. So we can sort of use groupthink to our advantage. I want to make sure that you head over to that Facebook group, and right there on the checklist is the link for the group, so head over and join if you haven't joined already. The before pictures, this totally optional. If you want to do before pictures, take them and keep them in private for yourself. If you decide at the end of the challenge, when you do your before and afters, that you want them, that you want a before and after, you can either make them or send them to me. I'll make them. Or if you want it to be public, if you're really impressed and you really enjoy the results and you kind of want to show the world, then you can just send them over to me. I'll make a before and after, and we can put them out. The questionnaire. Everyone who registered should have been redirected to a questionnaire that asked you questions about your eating habits, any special events you might have, and a whole bunch of measurements. If you didn't get to fill out that questionnaire, or if you haven't seen it, or if you didn't have the measurements at the time, the link to the questionnaire is here. Just go back and fill that out, or finish filling it out, and I will I will be able to get all of that information. I'd like that to be done definitely before Sunday. So once I've got your questionnaire, I can go ahead and put together your plan. And once I've put together your plan and sent that out to you, then I will be adding you to the score sheet. That's everything that needs to be done before the challenge. So now we'll talk about week 1. Starting Sunday, week 1 is what I like to consider a practice week. It's sort of a transition week between maybe not paying attention to our nutrition all that much and trying to put a huge emphasis on our nutrition. So we're going to take kind of a baby step in, and we're going to focus only on quality. We're also not going to use the score sheet. The goal here for week 1 is to only eat foods that are not grains and do not have any added sugar, which is a lot more challenging than it sounds. It's a great opportunity to practice measuring and tracking all of that food as well. So you start weighing and inputting it into your app, and you start tracking it. And even though it's not for points, it gives you an opportunity to practice so that when it comes time to do this for real, you have an idea what you're doing, you have a little bit of practice underneath your belt, and it's not nearly as stressful. We will also be performing the benchmark workouts. Now, I will be programming the benchmarks for next Wednesday. Going to release the WODs on Monday. You'll have the week to complete them and get your scores into the score sheet. And the week includes the weekend, so if you want to do them on Saturday or Sunday, that's fine. Once you've entered your benchmark scores on the score sheet, you'll want to make sure that all of the details are there as well and that you input the appropriate score. The link is also here for the score sheet so that you can get there easily. That's week 1, just quality eating and a whole lot of practice. Weeks 2 through 6, everyone's going to have a personalized plan. Now, I'll have the plan to you by Thursday of week 1. I do not suggest trying to stick to the plan in week 1. I suggest looking at it, reviewing it, and then trying to come up with a way to get to that plan starting for week 2. And then weeks 2 through 6, you'll follow that plan, and daily you're going to go to the score sheet and answer 7 questions. Each of those 7 questions will determine the points that you get for the day, and that will determine your score for the competition, or at least part of it. We'll talk about that in a little bit. The how do you win? Well, you have to accrue points, and you accrue points by making good lifestyle decisions, and those points are awarded to you by filling out these questions. Week 6, we will redo all of the benchmark workouts exactly the same way as the first time, and then you'll re-input your scores on the score sheet. You'll also take your after pictures if you want to, and of course keep them private or send them to me, but it's really great to have so that you can see your own progress. And that there is basically the challenge in a nutshell. Nothing too crazy, but that checklist makes it really, really, really simple. So now I'll talk a little bit about how you win and the point structure of everything. We've got those 7 questions every day that you have to go and answer. Did you meet your macros? Everybody has a range, and you have to be within that range. If you are 1 gram outside of that range, then that's a no. Did you eat grain or added sugars? I'm going to come back and talk about that a little bit later because I'm getting a lot of questions. Did you eat any grain or added sugars for the day? Yes or no? Did you WOD today? That's your workout. So if you went out and you ran a 5K hard, yes, you worked out today. If you went to CrossFit for an hour, yes, you WODed today. Did you drink more than 64 ounces of water? Yes or no? Just got to keep measurement. Coffee counts. Did you sleep more than 7.5 hours? That would be the night before. So did you sleep more than 7.5 hours last night? Yes or no? Did you take 3 grams of EPA DHA fish oil? You can refer to the fish oil video from before, but yes or no. And then how many alcoholic servings have you had? An alcoholic serving is 1 shot, 4 ounces of wine, or a 12-ounce beer or cider. There's just a bottle or a can. Now that we know what the daily chores look like, let's talk about how to navigate the score sheet. So we're going to come over to the score sheet here, and one of the things that you'll notice is that currently there aren't any tabs at the bottom. Just 1 for score sheet and 1 for me. Now, as I finish your plans, I'm going to add each one of you to this score sheet in one of those tabs. So when you come to the score sheet to fill out your daily chores, you'll want to go to your tab specifically and then answer the questions for you for that day. Well, that's just about it for now. If you guys have any questions, please post them in the Top Spoon group, and I'll head over there and answer them. Thank you to you all for joining us in this challenge, and let the Hunger Games begin. I want to see my score sheet on a score sheet. And